Okay, welcome. This is another tutorial that I'm going to show you how we can do image and file upload and even download in your Laravel project. So first of all, I need to make it clear. I decided to make this short video concerning with the image and file upload due to the request from my friend here. As you can see, he requested for a CRUD video that will also include the image and the file upload. So I decided to make this video. So I'm going to be very quick and show you how you can do it. So first of all, we need to make our project setup. So first of all, make sure you have a fresh project, a Laravel project. As you can see here, I have my project that I have created. So make sure you have created the project as required, and when you are done, this will be complete, and then we are going to the second step, which is file system configuration in a Laravel project. So to make a file system configuration, you have a variety of ways and the approaches that you can use. So for me, I'll just go with the simplest approach that I'm going to show you. So I'll use the symbolic links to upload and link your file to any data that we are going to use in our system. Yes, so to do that, I'm going to start with running this command in our project. So I'm opening the terminal and run this command, which we are going to create a symbolic link in your project, so that link will be used to connect our file to the file system of our project. As you can see here, when you will come to config and then file system, you can see here we have default file system disk, as you can see here, but the symbolic links are defined down below here, as you can see. So this link will be the storage will be at app, then public. So this storage path means the file are stored in the storage directory, then app, then here public. So in this public, this symbolic link will store your files. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to link the file storage of our system. So run this command, php @sun storage link. Yes, so you can see here it says the link has been connected. So all our files will be stored in this directory. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean the terminal and then run my project. Then before I run my project, I want to make sure I do all the configurations. So I'm going to configure database connection. So I'm going to edit our env file. So I'll change my SQLite to MySQL, and then uncomment these configuration options. Then I'll change my database name to file, or I can say Laravel underscore file upload. Yes, after that I need to run this command. I need to make sure this is going to create a new database. So let me start with my server, my XAMPP control panel. As you can see, I'm starting the Apache server. Yes, so let me show you, and then let me run the command php @sun migrate, and then it will ask you for creating this database. So I'll say yes, and then it will create your database. Okay, so After that, after successful database creation, I'm going to clear my terminal and then run the project php @ save. Then you follow this link. Okay, so the link should open on your browser. As you can see here, the project is running. So what I'm going to do, I just want to show you a simple way, as I'll mark this as complete because you've done all the configuration that are required. So on creating file upload form with validation, what I'm going to do, I'll just use a simple bootstrap forms that we are going to use to upload the file, and also we are going to see how we can store these files to our database, also in our file storage system as I've shown you. Yes, so also lastly I'll show you how you can download those files that you have uploaded in your system. So to create a form, I'll just go to bootstrap official page and then copy the CDN link. So I'll copy that and then back to my system, and I'm going just to use the welcome page. As you can see here, the welcome page, I'll just clear it and then write a simple HTML5 document. So I'll just add here the bootstrap link, as you can see. So now I want to copy a simple form. So before that, I'll create a container that will contain a form. So in this container, I'm just going to create a simple card, and then on this card I'll create a card header that I'll say Laravel 11 file upload tutorial. Yes, so then down here I'll create a card body. This card body will contain the table and the form that we are uploading the file on. So to do that, here I'll show you the plan. Here we'll have a form. Down here we'll create a form. Then down below here we'll have a table that will contain all the data with their images. Yes, so to do that on a form, I'm just going to copy some of them from Bootstrap here. So come to forms, and then I think I'll come to okay, so let me check one of the simplest form. Okay. Yes, so I'll use one of these. So I'll just copy this one, the first one, and then I'll paste it here. Since we need a form, so I'll create a form that will have a post function or a post method, and then I'm going to paste here my input, and then what I'm going to do, just pass a CSRF token here. As you can see, don't forget this because your form will be expiring. So just use this one to make sure your form is working fine. So this will be for file uploading, but I want to add some more input. So this will be text, or just let's say email. Then another one, I'll just copy this and paste it down here, which will be the name for user. Actually, the name should start, so I'll just say text, and then name be name, and then here it will be email actually, and then the name be email. Also here we need to have a name attribute. So the name attribute will be let's say image. Yes, so this one will be very clear. And then on the label I need to update this to be user image, or user image, and here it should be email, and up here it should be the name. Yes, so this will be our form. So for simplicity, I'll just go and refresh this page. As you can see now, we have this kind of page that have this kind of details. So I'll just try to make it a little bit small. Yes, this form. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a simple division with let's say a column. So this column I'll make it to be with the 6 in the medium device screen sizes. So just copy that and then paste it here, and then when you refresh the page, yes, so the form will be a little bit smaller. So down here I want to show a table. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a simple table here. So I'll say table, give it a bootstrap class, say table, and the table small, then the table stripe D. Yes, so in here I'm going to give a table header. This will contain the table headings. So this table headers the first one will be ID, the second one will be the name, email, and then the image for user actually. And then down here below I'm going to add the table body, in which here inside will pass the data from the table that we are going to use. So to do that, we need here a simple root that will be used to submit our data. So to achieve this, we need to create a controller. So I'm going to create a controller. So php @make controller. So the name of the controller will be file upload controller. Yes, so in this controller I'm going to create a simple the two function. The first function will be for loading that page that we are looking, because now the page is loaded through root. As you can see here, there is no any controller, so I'm just going to create the function for loading that page. Public function load, let's say load home page. So I'll just return the view which is welcome, since we are using the welcome page here. So this function will load our page. So I'm going to replace this and make it file upload controller. Then the name of the function will be load homepage. So for now, if you refresh this page, it will load the page as usual as before. So I'll just show you. Reload, and as you can see here down below we have our table. So the next thing, we are going to create the function for file upload. So I'll say public function file upload, and then it will have a request parameter. And then down here below, I want to show you how you can validate. So this request need it to be validated. So I'll just pass here the validation rules. So for the name, it should be required, and then we have 3 inputs. So we'll have email, which should be email, actually should be email, and also it should be unique, but unique in which table you should specify in users table. Also we have image. So this image we need to update the user's migration in order for us to have the ability to upload images. So to do that, for now, this file we need also to add the memes, which is specify which kind of file we accept and which file we do not accept. So for now, I'll just use JPG, allow JPG files, also PNG. So we will try this too, and then let's go to the user model. So just type user model, and then you go here, and we need to update this one. So the password I'll use just a simple password, so no need to fill it on a table. So here I'm going to add the image field or column that will be fillable in our user model. Also, I need to update the migration for users. So here on users, I'm going to add image. This will store the user image path. So then I need to clear the terminal and then rerun the migration. So I'll just say php add some migrate fresh, and then this will create the database and drop all tables, as you can see here, and create the new tables with the new changes. Yes, so clear the terminal, and then now when you go to your database, let me refresh here, and I've named it as Laravel file upload, as you can see here. On the users table here, as you can see, we have the image column. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to implement this function to be able to upload the file and also store the user's data. So what I'm going to do in a quick way, I'll just close this file. I'm going to add here a single root, and that I'll call file upload, and this is actually should be a post request, and here it will call this function, which is file upload. So paste it there, and then give it a name that will be the same. I'll just give it a file upload. So here on our form, what we need to pass here is just that root that we have created. So paste it here. So as you can see, this is the route that you are going to use to upload your files. Yes, so for now I just need to test the validation if works successful. So refresh the page, and now we need to add a button here. I forgot to add a button, so that will be a messy. So we need to add a button here that will be submit its type. Then we need to style it with the bootstrap, so it will be primary, and then I'll just say button is to be small, and then its value should be saved, and then let's refresh the page. Now you can see we have a button here, so let's try to submit the form. So you can see here it's not saying anything because we have not printed any error. So I'm just going to show you how simply you can print the validation errors. So just say error. So this should pass the name of your field. So here, and then here we need to pass the span, and then we should display a message. So I'll give it a text danger, and then copy and paste it here, and then change the name of the error to be email, and then copy, then paste it here, and here it should be image. Yes, that's right. So now when you refresh the page and then you try to submit, yes, you can see the validation is working fine. So for now, since I've allowed only JPG and PNG, I'll try to upload a simple PDF. So I'll just or anything. So I'll just pick this one and try to upload. And then let's see. As you can see, it says the image field must be a file of type JPG or PNG. So this file validation, you can achieve it by passing this memes that represent the type of file type that you want to allow when user uploading files to your system. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this user to our table. So to do that, since the validation will be successful here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a try and catch. So in my try, I'm going to create the instance of a new user. So I'll say new user, which is equal to new user. I mean this user, or we can just say this one. And then, as you can see, it requires to import this class. So make sure you import the user model here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to access some of the field from this user instance, which is the name, and I'm going to assign it the name from the request. As you can see, I'll assign it the name from the request, and then for the 3 remaining field, I'll do the same. So I'll do email, and then here we'll pass email as seen here. But for image, I'm going to change something. This will be email, and then for password, because this field is required, we need to pass here a simple password. So I'll just say like password. So since we don't even want to for user to log in or do anything, so I'll just put it like that. So for image, what I'm going to do here, I need to check something. Yes, so if the request file is image, so if the image or the image field is a file, we are going to create this path. This will carry the path for the image, so it will be request, then file, then the name of the field, then I'll say store, then we need to store where. So here I'll say store in the public, then images. So this will create image and store it on this path by using the symbolic link that we have created before. And then to store this image on our system, what we need to do, we need to write this code, and then we're going to say storage, and then we'll say, so here I'm going to say storage URL, and then here I'm going to pass the path as a variable. So this will store our file to the storage, and then this path should be stored in our database. So here I'll say path, and then new user instance, then should save our data to the database. And then we should return redirection to our page with message of success, saying like user added successfully. Then if it fails, it should come with a fail message saying like what is the issue. So here I'm going to pass this get message function, which I'm going to pass an exception here. So this will be the exception that will occur in our try and catch here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the session for us to get this error. So I'm going to add the session variables here. So down here I'm going to say like if session has success, then we need to show that success messages. So I'm just going to say like the bootstrap class for alert success, and then here I'm going to show the message. So I'm just going to say session get success to get the success message, and then for fail also I'm going to say like if it has failed, then show me the fail message. And then here we are going to use the danger just to give it a padding of 2. So here I'm going to say padding of 2, and then what we need to do, we need to show the data here. So let's try by showing the data. So first of all I need to try to upload a simple data. So I'll just try a simple data. So let's say upload this one and then save. Okay, so the file chosen should be of this type. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here, let me try to remove one of the okay, so let me try with just JPG, and I'm sure that user is not inserted on our database. So what I'm going to do, I'm just trying another. So let's upload this one. I don't know if it's a JPG. Okay, so to make sure it's a JPG, let me try to use one of this image. Okay, so try. Wow. Okay, so since this seems to cause an error, and what I'm trying to think, maybe the problem should be here. Let me check a little bit faster. Here we've said the file should be an image. Okay, so let me try to remove this and delete this, and let me check on my phone. Okay, so the issue is because I forgot to add this attribute for the form is of much more importance. As you can see, this is the one that tells the form should also carry the files. If you don't put this one, your form cannot be able to upload any file in your system. So Since this is done, so let me try to say here it should be JPG or PNG, and also it should be an image since we are dealing with images only. So what I'm going to try here, since here I've said if, so this will not be accessible. So what I'm trying to do, I want to carry this and put it here, and then align my code well, and then this has no let's say much importance because I just wanted it to get a path here so that you can see where the file is stored. So I can just show you like URL for your stored image that we've uploaded will be stored in this path. So let me show you. Let's just try here and load the page. Then you try to upload a user with the image. Okay, so you can see here we have the root or the path where our image is stored. So as you can see, it is stored in the storage, then images. So when you go to the storage directory here in app, then public, then you can see images here. We have this file. When you will open, you'll see the image of the user. So since we are done here, what I'm going to do, I want to show the uploaded data here. So to do that in a simple and quick way, I'm just going to add here the ability to show the user. So I'm going to say like in this page we should also be able to fetch the user data. So let's say users should be user model, then fetch all, and then I'm going to pass this data here compact. So I'll just pass users. So in this page we need to access those users if and only if there is any user in our database. So I'll just say if the count of users is greater than 0, we are going to have each loop that will loop through all users and then create a list of users. So here I'm going to pass a table data that will show the ID. So to show, instead of showing the ID of a user, I just say loop iteration, and then the second one should be the name, then here it should be item, and then email, and then the image. So to show the image in a very simple way, we can say like this, like storage, and then URL, and then in this URL we are going to pass the path that is stored in our database. So I'll say like item and then image. Yes, so this will show the image, but without the image tag we are not being able to show that. So this should be inside the image tag. So I'll just put it here, and then alternatively, if there is no image, I'll say like image, and then the class should be like whatever, like circle pill. I don't know if that is right from Bootstrap, so let me check. images. Let me go to image. Like what I want to show is a circular image. Let me try to see if I'll find one. I don't see her. So let me say like rounded. And then let me specify the height and width, because that will be important. Like I just want 100 pixel, and width should also be the same, 100 pixel. And then let's try to see what will happen. And if there is no any user, then we should say no data found. As you can see, let's try to refresh the page. Yeah, so you can see here we have the users details with the image. As you can see, you can try to register a new user, but this is kind of a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to reduce this one up to, let's say 70. Let's say 70. So let me try to refresh. Yep. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to add another user. So just say like David Beckham. And then the email, I just choose NA. And then I'm going to add even this image and then save. Yes, you can see here is another user. Oh, the user have come in a way that is not supposed to do, because I forgot to add the table row here. So let me try to, wow, this should be up here. So what I'm supposed to do, yeah, this was right. So what I'm supposed to do is to cut this one and then paste it here. Yeah, this is fine, and then reload the page. So now you can have this kind of a page. So in order for you to delete and update this data, already I've shown you on how you can perform a CRUD operation on any data. So I'll just show you as a quick way to update this data. So to update this data, we need to have two new routes. So the first one, I think 3 routes. So the first one will be edit, and then we are going to pass here the data for user that we need to update. So here I'll say load edit form, and then down here we can have delete, that is for deleting a user. So here it should be delete user. This one also should be a simple get, and then lately we can have the update, which is a post, and then this will be edit user. So simply because we have these 3 renew routes, so I'm going to add this for delete, and then here I'm going to add the button for delete. Say table data, then I'll put here anchor tag, and then delete user, which is the item ID. Then I'll say like delete, then giving it a class, it will be button danger, and then I'll say like on a click return confirm, then say are you sure? Yes, so this should be able to delete our data, so it will come here, and then in our controller we need to create the function for delete. So I'll just say public function delete user. Here it will pass an ID for user, so I'll just say like user find ID. So this will give the instance of user. So I'll say user. Then what we need to do, we need to get the path of the image for this user in order for us to being able to delete that file or the old image and upload the new image. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to say like path, it should be equal to user and then image. So here we'll have the old image path, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to say like user delete, since we don't need this user again. So then I'm going to delete that file, so I'll say storage delete, and then path of the file, so it will be path and then terminate. Then what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to pass the try and catch for us to know if there is any error. So paste it here simply, and then I'm going to copy this one for any exception. It will be A, and then this one for the success, and then here I'll just say user deleted successfully, user deleted successfully. Yes, so this is for deleting, and then for editing it will be like edit user, this will be primary, let's say success, and then the button should be small, as well as here button should be small. And then for edit we don't need to confirm, and this should be edit. So let's create the function for editing, for loading the edit form. So go here and then public function load, let me paste it here, and then it passes the ID of the user. So also here we're going to create the user instance, so I'm just going to say user find an ID, and then we are going to say like, as we did in delete, we are going to say like user image, which is the old image actually. So I'm going to store it in a path variable, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this old image as we did here. So I'm going to copy this one and then paste it here. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to update user update. I'm going to update the required field, which is the name. That should be for this is just for loading the this should come to the public function edit user. Actually, this one should accept details from the form. So all of this should come here, and I'll show you how we can create yet another instance of a user here. Actually, I should copy also this one, but I'll change something here. So here I'll just say request and then ID. I'll just say user underscore ID, which I'm going to create it in a form. And then here, what I'll do, I'll just return a view. Say return view, which is a view that is form. Let's say edit form. Okay, and then here, if this will be successful, I'll just say request name, update the name of the user, and then we'll do it for email and for image, and then for password. So for the password, I'll just set it as password as before. Here it will be the new path of the image. Actually, we are going to do what we have done here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this one, and then this path should be stored here, path, and then here it should be an email. So for us to load the page, we need to pass this data to the compact, so we can say user, and then let's create this form. So I'll be very quick since the time is not ours, so I'll just say blade.php, and then here for simplicity I'm going to copy this and paste it here, but I'm going to remove this table part since we don't need it in an edit form. So this is our edit form, so I'll say like edit Laravel 11 edit file upload in order for simplicity. So here I'll say edit user. This is the new root, that is this one. Name will be edit user as the name of the function. So the function is right, and then this user will be here. So we need to fill this form with the data from the instance we have created. So I'll just say user name, and then here we'll have value of user, then email, and here for the image we are going to need to show the image here. So I'll just show the sample image. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show the image using this what we have used here. So I'll just paste it there. So here it should be user, not item. Also, I'll just want to show it a little bit bigger, so it will be like 150, then 150 pixels, and then for now let's try to see if the form is working. So try to refresh the page, and now we can see we have this page, but the action are not good. So here say like action, and then here say like call span of 2, then refresh. Yeah, so now you can see. So just try to delete this user. So as you can see, it will ask and then delete. Now you can see the user is deleted, and now we can try to confirm that we have only one image here. So we can try to edit this last user. So try this, and then you can see we have the image, and then here we'll have the option for uploading the image. So for now, in the validation on your edit function, you should put the image not to be required. So here we need to validate our form. So we'll say request validate. For the name, it should be required, and also for the email, but not for the image. Since if user will not upload the image, we should only upload this one. Yeah, and here in order for safety, we need to put an if condition and say like for the image, if user will not upload, let's just say it should be just an image. Okay, so this should be not here. So what you are going to say is like if request file image, it will be true, we should do this stuff of getting the image and also delete it only if this is real. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it up here in order for it to be accessible. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try to update this user. So I'll just try to update only the name. So this will be Joshua David, and then the email also will be Joshua, and then I'll not upload the image. Let me try. Okay, so this was called because of what? This was called and this was called. Okay, what I mean, also this should come here, since we do this issue of image if the user update image, and if the image is, which will be null, so this one will be null also. So here we should not update anything. So I'll just do this, I'll just duplicate this one. Okay, so here it should remain like this, and then this should remain like this. So here will be fine, will not count any error. So I'll just change this to be Joshua David, and then this to be Joshua, then I save. Okay, update on null. Alright, so this I've not passed it here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create the hidden input. So hidden input with the name as user underscore ID. This should be value, and then it should carry the user ID. So this one will be accessible here. So what I'm going to do, I'll just refresh the page and then try it again. Should be Joshua David. So just update the name and then try. Okay, so let's try to see. Yeah, the name we've updated it. So the issue was redirection. I have not redirected it anywhere. So here I'll just say return redirect to the user page that we've used it there before. And then here I'm going to say like success. Then we can say user updated successfully. And then also here we'll say the same. Yeah, so let's try again. Let's return it to Shadrach, and then let me try to update the image. Yeah, now you can see the image have changed. So what I can do to prove this again, I can just change this to be Joshua David, and this should be Joshua, and then change the image back to that one that we had before. So I'll just do this one and then save. Now you can see it's changing. Now you can delete, you can add a new user. As you can see here, you can add a new user with the new details. Okay, and then save. So this is a simplest CRUD operation that you can see contains the image. So in any of your Laravel project that you want to create, consider to follow this simple instruction that I have shown you. So I'll just check this as complete. So thank you guys. If you find any issue, any inquiry that you want to ask, feel free to leave a comment. I'll be there to answer. So thank you, and see you on the next video.